What's going on, guys? Adam again, back with the Atomic Garage, and today I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and piddle and paddle around with the car that's behind me. We'll see if we can get some stuff done on it. I'm gonna see if I can mess with that hood a little bit, but I just needed to get out of the house. As you guys know and seen in my previous video, there's no more shed back there, and I'm out of my comfort zone completely. So I'm back working just straight outside, and extension cords is gonna be leading from my house out to the car, but we're gonna get into it. But before we go ahead and drop that intro, I want to give a special thank you to my buddy Tim. Tim saw my last video on the redback boots. If you guys haven't seen it, please check out in the description. It'll be a link to that video from my redback boot review. And I said, man, I love these boots so much that I don't even use insoles in them because they done got tore up, and I never went on ahead and replaced them. He went on ahead out of his own pocket and bought me a pair. And you know what? These boots feel wonderful. But you know, when you put those insoles back inside it, it feels like heaven on earth. So a special thank you for you, Tim. But let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my old handy dandy angle grinder from old Harbor Freight. And I got a couple little grinds and stuff like that, little welds and stuff that I need to kind of grind down a tad bit and smoothen out a little bit on both sides. And from there, once we get it nice and smooth and make sure we don't have any openings, I'll see if I can mix up a little bit of that old bondo and see if we can kind of smooth some of those last few things out, do a little bit of sanding, and we might be all good. Let's hop into it. Really, the goal is just to kind of smooth it out a little bit, so when I go in there and wipe that, it'll be kind of like a smooth little bend curvature or something like that. It could be done better really by a professional, but unfortunately I am not a professional and a body man, far from it. Let's continue. Alright guys, so side note, I think a couple videos back someone asked me to do a review on these Harbor Freight sanding discs and sandpaper and all that stuff. And really, I didn't think I really need to do a full review on them or anything. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but you know, 3M seems to be the best sandpaper. But I mean, it's pretty cheap. It's cheap and comes in a pack of 5, and they're like $4.99 or less or something like that. I mean, I think it's a pretty good price personally or whatever. So now we've got it sanded, grinded down a little bit like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and go with my Harbor Freight orbital sander and see if we can clean it up a little bit, and then we'll move on from there. Side note, I just screwed up my camera. Now you're saying how? And I don't know if you can see, but there's like little smudges. There's little smudges and stuff like that. So when I was trying to get those cool grinding shots, I thought I had my camera far enough back and zoomed in enough. Clearly I didn't. So now, you know the little BBs that you usually get? Yeah, it's on my lens now. So that's pretty awesome. But maybe that'll be my excuse, in the next, few months or whatever like that, to actually get the camera that I actually wanted. That would be nice. So we'll see. Anyway, let's keep on plugging away. And that's why you probably can't hear me all that great doing buzzsaw cutting and stuff. Actually, that kind of looks kind of cool. But anyway, let's keep on going. Okay, the helicopter thing has gotten old. But anyway, I've done something a tad bit jank. Okay, it's a little rigged. It is. I had this around the house. I'm sorry, guys. I had some caulk. It was smooth somewhat. I just had to try it. It seemed like it's working so far. So check it out. Does it look A1 grade? Absolutely not. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna kind of sand that back down, and it took a lot of those divots out. Take a look at the other side. So it's smooth for the most part, but it ain't completely there. So if I fill that with waterproof outside caulk and sand it back, it completely seals it up, and then I can keep on going with the bondo, right? I mean, in theory. In the comment section below, tell me how stupid I am. Because I don't know if it's going to work, but it's worth a shot. So let's keep plowing on with this side. Okay, in hindsight, it doesn't look the best, I'll be honest with you, but I'm hoping that it'll clean up a tad bit and look a smidge better, kind of smooth out some of those lines so I don't have to build up on the bondo a little bit. So we shall wait 30 minutes.
A few moments later.
Even though the delivery could be a tad bit better, it actually, quite honestly, came out halfway decent. It really smoothed this whole area, so now it gives me the chance to go ahead and sand it down and clean it up a little bit more, and that way I can go ahead and maybe throw a little bit of bondo on there and get a little bit of shaping and a little bit of sanding. And yeah, that's really gonna actually look pretty good. Ooh-wee. Look at that bog job. It looks terrible right there, doesn't it? Yeah, I didn't know when it was getting hard, and I still kept trying to mess with it, and I didn't really help. So I at least wanted to kind of smoothen this thing, that little line out there. I don't know if I did. I may have to go back again and build it up a little bit more. So yeah, that's what we got to start. It's the first little thin layer, and we'll sand it down and go from there. Well, guys, my time has run a little short, and so has my battery and my camera. So I'm shooting off my phone. You could tell the quality difference. But anyway, we're gonna let it sit and dry, and then hopefully next video, hopefully we can go ahead, sand it down, reapply another layer, sand it smooth again, then prime it, and hopefully it'll look a tad bit better than what it does now. Because honestly, it definitely looks worse than it looks better, but we are working on it slowly. I feel good because I got my hands dirty. I actually got to do something instead of sitting in the house playing Madden all day. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks again for checking out this video. Peace out. Catch you next one.